Hello and welcome to this lesson titled PHP Syntax. Syntax basically means how we write the code in that particular language. For instance, in HTML, if we want to write hello world, we just don't type it outright. We need to wrap those words in tags. Let's say a span tag or paragraph tag, something like that. So that becomes HTML syntax because that's how it's written. So in PHP, to begin, let's open up the installation folder. So start up your XAMPP if you haven't already. The control panel, let's open it up. You can see currently we haven't started the server, so let's start it, and now it's working. If yours was still on from the previous lesson, just leave it like that. So to open the installation folder of the XAMPP, we need to locate it in C and then find that particular folder. But there's an easy way. We just have to click on Explorer over here. So if we click on this will take us straight to the installation folder. So this is the installation folder. Now, whatever files are in here make up the default startup page. Let me open it up once more. This. And what we see are those files here. Let me open the htdocs. It's contained in here. So you can see the fav icon, which is right here. And we open the dashboard. So we have the index.php file which contains all this code. So for instance, if we decide to delete everything here, let me clean this up. It's now empty. And now let me type localhost again, and you can see we now have an empty page. So as a matter of fact, let's keep it empty for now, and let's create a new folder and name it for whatever we want. For me, I'll go with test. So folder, I'll type test and hit enter. So if I refresh, you can see that folder that we just created. Good. So inside that folder, we will now need to create a PHP file. So I'll open up VS Code, create a file, and save it in this folder. So fire up your Visual Studio Code. This is mine. To make things easier, I'll just drag the folder inside of it. So this folder is now open in VS Code. Let's create our new file. And let's name this index.php. So once you see this elephant symbol, it means you have a working PHP file. Awesome. Now let's start with the syntax. So a PHP script or code starts with a less than with a question mark, and then you type PHP. And then it ends with a question mark and then greater than, just like this. That is when the server knows that, oh, so that's definitely a PHP code and not a regular HTML or JavaScript, Python, anything else. But the closing tag is no longer required, so we can leave it out. But let's just keep it for now, for clarity's sake. So inside of this is where our PHP script or code will be. Since whatever code that we have between this will be executed, let's write our first line of code, which says hello world. To print out a statement in PHP, there is an inbuilt construct called echo, which will help us do that. We have several ways to print out, but let's stick to the echo. This is more popular and common. So let's type echo, and then what we want to write is hello world. And let's add something more. Learning PHP. And then after writing our statement, let's make sure to end the line with semicolon. This is very, very important. If you forget this, the program will fail. You can also use print instead of echo, but the more common one to see is echo. So let's just leave it for now. So let's save this. And now on the address bar, we can point to the folder we created. In my case, test. Or you can just click the folder right here. So if I hit on enter, you can see the file that we just created, which says hello world, I'm learning PHP. And that's how easy it is to start writing code in PHP. Both HTML and PHP relate and play nicely together in one code. That means we can generate a paragraph tag with PHP. So let's try that out. So I'll have a second echo statement with a P, which is paragraph tag. I forgot my semicolon, and then let's add the semicolon in case we forget. This is a good practice for beginners. Good. And let's have our paragraph tag, and let's type hello world. Hello, a paragraph. And then we need our closing paragraph tag. Now if we save this and refresh, you can see hello, I am a paragraph. Now if we right click on inspect, you can see how it's appearing. We have the HTML, we have the body. The first one was just raw text, and then you can see the second one, which is a P. It says hello, I am a paragraph. So that will be it for the introduction to PHP syntax. Let's move on to the next lesson.